guys definitely need to check out this video, because in today's video, I am going to share with you not only how you can be able to fix your credit, but guess what? You could sue debt collectors as well as the credit bureaus and get paid for it as well too. Yes. All right. You definitely don't want to miss this out, as I am going to break down the steps on how you can do this. So let's check it out.
This conversation about building up your blueprint. It's time to take it, cause time is wasted. Go grind and chase it, don't lose it. This generation need integration with information to move with. An inclination that is abiding in entertaining improvement. Yep.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Now, listen, I want to get straight into it, and I have a question to ask you, right? Now, what if I told you not only you could fix your credit, but guess what? Now you could actually sue the credit bureaus as well as any debt collectors for cash whenever they mess up on reporting on your credit. Would you believe me if I told you that? Guess what? The truth is, under the Fair Credit Reporting Act as well as the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, not only you have the right to be able to dispute items on your credit report, but guess what? You have a right to get paid whenever they violate the law. So in today's video, I am going to be breaking down the blueprint for holding these guys accountable whenever they go ahead and mess up on your credit report, right? And we're going to talk about not only how the Fair Credit Reporting Act protects you from things that's reporting inaccurate on your credit report, but also how the Fair Debt Collection Practice Act protects you whenever the debt collectors go ahead and violate your rights in doing so, right? So listen, the best part about this, guys, I am going to break this in a easy, simple to understand, step-by-step procedure for you. I got my notes here, so I hope you're ready. So let's go ahead and talk about this, because this is very important, and I hope everybody understands this. Now, before we get into it, if this is your first time checking out the channel, this is the channel where we give you everything about financial literacy, credit literacy, as well as entrepreneurship. Listen, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Take a couple quick seconds right now. Most of our viewers are non-subscribers. We want to go ahead and get more subscribers in 2025, rolling in 2026. Listen, this is the channel where you definitely want to level up. So subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you keep up to date whenever we drop videos like this on a weekly basis. All right. Now, first things first, okay? Before you even are able to sue the credit bureaus or the debt collection companies, you need to know your rights, right? You think about it. You can't sue if you don't know the rules of the game. It's like playing Monopoly, right? The most important law that you need to understand is the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Now, the Fair Credit Reporting Act is the law that the bureaus must abide by. This is the granddaddy law that pretty much regulates the credit bureaus, right? And this law regulates how the credit bureaus can only report information that's accurate as well as verifiable. If they can't prove it, guess what? It must be deleted off your credit report. That's simple, straightforward, cut and dry, right?
Hey, what's going on, Blueprinters? This is a video that I want to go ahead and share with you guys to encourage you guys to go ahead and join the Blueprinter community. If you want to go ahead and level up to that next level in building generational wealth, as well as empowering yourselves on financial literacy and credit literacy, I definitely encourage you to go ahead and join the Blueprint movement. We have some great things that's up and coming down the pipeline of this year. Many of you guys know my rags to riches story started actually right after the pandemic. With that story and my experience during that time frame of me being a successful serial entrepreneur, launching the different ventures that we're launching here, I felt like it's an obligation for me to go ahead and share it with you guys in my experiences, as well as, the trials and tribulations that I was able to learn and overcome. With that being said, guys, definitely go ahead and join the Blueprinter community. Tap in with us. We have some major things coming down the pipeline. I'm very excited with the movement. I'm very excited on where we're going. I'm definitely encouraging you guys to definitely tap in and join us, man. Listen, not only are we going to show you how to build generational wealth, but we're going to have a good time in doing it. All right. So tap on in with your boy. All right. See you later. Bye.
Now, the second law is the Fair Debt Collection Practice Act. This right here basically says that debt collectors can't harass you, they can't misrepresent themselves, or they also are required to provide proof whenever that you are wanting to dispute something off of your credit report. So also, this is a very important law, because whenever you ask to dispute something off of your credit report, they must validate that debt as well too. So, and we're going to talk about that later on in this video. All right. As a matter of fact, in 2025, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau reported that over 50% of consumer complaints were tied to incorrect reporting of debt collection companies as well as practices from debt collection companies. So if you really think about it, that's a lot of money that's on the table. That's a lot of lawsuits that's awaiting for people out there. That's over half or nearly half of complaints from people just from debt collection companies. So guess what? You can be one of those individuals that can get paid from these debt collection companies as well too. So we're going to go ahead and talk about it in this video. All right. So now that we went ahead and broke down the laws as well as the rules, now let's go into the step-by-step strategy on how to be able to go ahead and sue debt collection companies as well as the credit bureaus. All right. Now, the first thing you need to do, of course, make sure you get a copy of your credit report. Now, think about it. You guys can't hit what you can't see, right? So you'll be able to go ahead and get a free copy of your credit report at annualcreditreport.com. This is a website that's owned by all three major credit bureaus, Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, and you have the right to be able to access your credit report free on a weekly basis, all right? Now, once you get your credit report, this is where you're going to go ahead and highlight all of the negative information that's on your credit report, every collection, every error, every inaccuracy, because guess what? We are setting the stage for us to be able to go ahead and dispute these information and start getting paid from the bureaus and the credit reporting agencies, okay? Now, once you've went ahead and done the first step, the second step here is the disputing process, all right? Now, this is where the fun starts here, guys, okay? Now, once you send the disputes, you want to go ahead and base your disputes off of the granddaddy gold standard law, which is United States Code 1681I. All right. What this section basically outlines is your right to dispute any inaccurate information or incomplete information that's directly reporting on your credit report from the credit reporting agencies. All right. So this law here, of course, this is the law that I use as well as most credit repair professionals use to be able to go ahead and dispute inaccurate information that's on your credit report, right? And the great thing about this law here, it requires the bureaus to reinvestigate any inaccurate information within your credit report within 30 days, sometimes 45 days in cases. And guess what? If the item can't be verified within that time frame, it must be deleted or corrected. Good, cut and dry, guys. We don't have to convolute everything. This is going to be a straightforward process. And guess what? It also requires that the bureau notify the furnitures as well as provide you an updated copy of your credit report. So once you went ahead and identified the inaccurate information, you're going to go ahead and formulate and put together your dispute letter based around this law here. Now, make sure when you send your dispute letter that you send it certified mail, because paper trail is the number one key thing throughout this entire process in order for you to get paid at the end. All right. Demand proof of accuracy, no proof, delete it, and make sure, of course, you keep copies of everything like I just mentioned here. Okay. Now, once you've went ahead and sent off your dispute letters, okay, that right there, guys, that's to went ahead and kicked off the initial process to be able to go ahead and set up the credit reporting agencies as well as the debt collectors. Okay. Now, the third part here of the dispute process. Now, if the credit reporting agencies are stalling or they're not pushing to remove the item off of your credit report after you went ahead and sent the initial dispute, then the debt collector, under the Fair Debt Collection Practice Act of Section 809, you are going to go ahead and ask them to validate the debt that's reporting on your credit report in the event the credit reporting agency is not removing the inaccurate information off of your credit report. All right. Now, this is a very important step to everyone, because under the Fair Debt Collection Practice Act, Section 809, it requires debt collectors to be able to provide you written validation notice within 5 days of their initial communication, which includes the debt amount, the creditor name, as well as the right of them providing you notice as well. All right. Now, basically, to put it in a nutshell, when you get to this step here, you are telling the debt collector that they have a 30-day window to be able to go ahead and validate this debt. If they can't provide you any contract balances or ownership of this debt, guess what? They have to remove it, and they have to stop pursuing you or stop attempting to collect this debt from you. And this is a very powerful law because a lot of people are unaware. If you combine this law as well as with 1681, you are giving yourself all of the power to be able to set up the credit reporting agencies as well as debt collectors to remove items off of your credit report that's reported inaccurately. But not only that, if they're failing to do you are being able to go ahead and set them up for litigation as well as get paid to get the items removed off of your credit report. All right. So now once you've went ahead and sent the demand letter to the debt collection company, now you are ready to go ahead and move on to the next step of applying pressure to them. All right. So if the bureaus don't respond within 30 days, the debt collectors don't fail to validate the debt, guess what? At this point, you have a case. This is cut and dry, guys. You don't have to go through a long, convoluted or a long process that's confusing or anything like that. This is very simple, guys. Basically, you send a dispute letter to the credit reporting agency. You send a demand letter to the collection company. Guess what? If they fail to go ahead and rectify the issue you are ready to rock and roll. And under the law, consumers can sue up to $1,000 per violation under the Fair Debt Collection Practice Act, as well as damages under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. All right. And guess what? Most people are even unaware of this. Most of these cases settle out of court. So the bureaus, they'd rather go ahead and just pay you to get this taken care of than go through a whole court case where they're going to be subjected to further damages as well as further damage to the reputation as well, too. So that's a good thing to understand when you're going through this process. All right. Now, the biggest mistakes you need to avoid, though, that could go ahead and derail your entire lawsuit process. Number one, filing disputes online. You definitely don't want to do that. A lot of the credit reporting agencies have online portals where you can go ahead and submit a dispute online. Don't do that. Send certified letters, because guess what? You need that paper trail so you'll be able to go ahead and present it to a consumer law attorney once you get to the end of your litigation and you want to be able to pursue the filing a lawsuit against them. All right. Also, keep copies of everything, the certified letters, the responses, anything that the debt collectors as well as the credit reporting agencies send. This is all going to be ammunition in your toolbox, because again, the ultimate goal is at the end, getting the items removed off your credit report, as well as suing the debt collection companies and the credit reporting agencies as well, too. All right. Also, another mistake I see a lot of people do that I definitely don't want you to fall trap into or fall victim of is paying collectors before demanding validation. All right. Do not enter any payment agreement with debt collection companies. Remember, these are companies that buy these debts for pennies on the dollar, and these are sometimes unlicensed companies that are just operating without authorization or just boiler room operations here. So make sure before you enter any agreement, before you go ahead and communicate with them, that they send validation of any debt. So therefore you are being able to corner them and set them up and not have them set you up. All right. And also look out for any stall letters from the credit reporting agencies. Any silence by the credit reporting agencies or stall tactics, guess what? That's a violation. All right. Keep that in mind. Any silence by them, that's a violation, and that's where you can get paid as well, too. All right. So these are things that you need to be aware of when you're going throughout this process, so you definitely don't fall victim to it as well, too. All right. Then the great thing about this that everyone needs to realize when you're exercising this procedure is that deletions of negative items as well as inaccurate items off of your credit report, this is a right of yours, because again, inaccurate items under the Fair Credit Reporting Act is a violation of the law, as well as this can hurt you from being able to level up in life. One negative item on your credit report can drop your credit score up to 100 points. We're talking about 100 points here, guys, right? Think about where your score is at right now. You think how 100 points can go ahead and be a game changer for you. So it's very important to understand how you want to be able to go ahead and stay on top of these things and how you be able to fix them as well, too. All right. Now, As a matter of fact, in 2025, the average consumer lawsuits under the Fair Credit Reporting Act and under the Fair Debt Collection Practice Act are actually settled anywhere between $2,500 to $7,500, often within months. So we're not talking about something that's going to take a long process, not years or anything like that. We're talking about anytime within 4 to 8 months here, you'll be able to go ahead and settle these violations and get the items removed off of your credit report. I don't know about you, 2,500 to 7,500 can do me real good right now. But not only that, having these items removed off your credit report can actually do a whole lot. Okay. Here's the reality, guys. Credit repair isn't about just raising your score. It's about enforcing your rights and making sure the system pays for any time they violate the law. All right. So again, it's a quick recap, making sure that you're staying on top of your credit. If you see any inaccurate information that's reporting on your credit report, sending a dispute letter to the credit reporting agency and sending a debt validation letter to the collection agency. They have 30 to 45 days to be able to fix it or remove it. If they don't do cut and dry, you got a case to be able to go ahead and sue them and get paid in 2025. All right. Listen, follow these steps here, guys, and you're not only fixing your credit, you are getting compensated for their mistakes as well as violating the law. If you want to be able to go ahead and learn more strategies like this on how to be able to go ahead and sue the debt collection companies as well as the credit reporting agencies, go ahead and hit the link below in my free community where we've been helping many members within the community to be able to go ahead and build their credit, leverage their credit, and not only that, get up to $50,000 in funding as well too. If you want to be one of the members to be able to learn these strategies, go ahead and hit the link down below, join the free community, and guess what? We'll see you on the inside. But other than that, if you got great value from this video, go ahead and drop a comment, hit the subscribe button. As we're looking to go ahead and grow our channel, we're looking to go ahead and help a lot of individuals in 2025 and 2026 hit the 700 credit score club. And also don't forget to hit the bell notification as well. But other than that, thanks for tuning into the video. Thanks for joining the Blueprint Nation. And guess what? Catch you on the flip side. Take care. Peace.
Blueprint. This conversation about building up your blueprint. It's time to take it cause time is wasted. Go grind and chase it, don't lose it. This generation need integration with information to move with. An inclination that is abiding in entertaining improvement. Yep, let's Paul with Blueprint. This guests are exclusive. Get on and tune in and then learn some new tips about credit, finance, investment. A nice chance to get rich and buy land. Flip it, quick 9 bands. Learn all the skills from Wes, he did it. Learn how to build successful business. Run up a mill and get the digits. Run up a mill. Look, safe place where gas is speaking. Based off financial freedom. All facts, no cap, believe it. Podcast, you have to see it.